5 years, four rebrands, three Netflix specials, two canceled podcasts, and a partridge in a Montecito tree. And still no job title. For someone who left the firm to tell her story, Megan has walked away from almost every platform she's built to tell it. At some point, this isn't reinvention, it's reputation whack a mole. 1 minute, it's media mogul, the next is podcast host, then Duchess, then back to brand strategist with a bath salt recipe. And here's the thing, when someone keeps changing direction this often, it's not always ambition. Sometimes it's control. Because if you never finish the project, it never has to fail. And that brings us to today. In a recent article, Megan says she doesn't know what to call herself. Well, don't worry, Megan. We've got a couple of titles ready for you to go. But first, let's unpack this headline. But before we begin, here's the intro. Welcome to Revealing the Narc. Join me as I highlight narcissistic traits in celebrities and public figures. Everything here is in my opinion and not professional advice. If you enjoy the analysis, please like and subscribe. So I want to go through this article published in the New York Post. It's titled, Meghan Markle Admits She Doesn't Know What to Call Herself After Quitting Royal Life. It's been 5 years and she's still workshopping her job title. For someone who quit the firm to tell her story, Megan sure abandons every platform she creates to tell it. At some point, it's not reinvention, it's reputation whack-a-mole where no direction lasts long enough to outshine the next pivot. So when Megan drops another platform or abandons another idea, it's not just a new direction, it's a survival strategy. For some people, quitting is a way to stay in control because if the project never finishes, it never has to fail. The article begins, Meghan Markle has admitted she's found it difficult to define her professional identity since stepping back from her role as a senior working royal over 5 years ago. The Duchess of Sussex, 43, quit royal life with husband Prince Harry in 2020 and moved across the pond to start afresh. So when you look at that statement, start afresh means you should have peace, privacy, and purpose, not public therapy sessions and palace takedowns. If you're truly starting over, the shade should stay behind. But we've seen time and time again negatively referencing her experience when she was in the royal family. We saw it on Oprah, in the Cut article, the Netflix series, Scobie's book, and so many other times that she's thrown shade. So I respectfully disagree that they moved across the pond to start afresh. The article continues, and while the transatlantic move appeared to open a lot of doors for the couple professionally, the Suits Alum admits it's made it harder to pinpoint where she stands in the business world. So it's true, moving to the States opened a lot of doors. She signed deals with Netflix and Spotify. Harry had his book deal with Penguin Random House, and I'm sure that Meghan could have piggybacked off of that too. And the irony of all of this is she had a title, she had a platform. Now she's trying to rebrand the uncertainty as evolution. But at some point, still figuring it out stops sounding empowering and starts sounding like the consequence of chasing relevance without a roadmap. The article continues and says, if I had to write a resume, I don't even know what I would call myself. Markle told Fast Company, adding that this uncertainty speaks to this chapter many of us find ourselves in when none of us are one note. I understand that there are seasons in life when nothing feels clear, not the job, not the title, not even the next step, and that's okay. But sometimes naming the thing you're reaching for, whether that's a role, a direction, a dream, helps bring things into focus. It's not about chasing labels for validation, it's about clarity. Because even the most thoughtful journeys need a compass. When everything feels up in the air, choosing just one small anchor can be the beginning of forward motion. There's a quote that one of my supervisors said once, and it's begin with the end in mind. If you don't know what the end is, where do you even begin? So, going back to Meghan Markle, she has this identity limbo and now it's stretching into its sixth year. This feels so revealing. It's not just that she lacks a title, it's that the title keeps changing. And when I mean title, I mean job title. And I think this tells us when she keeps rewriting the label, it's because she's still unsure of the story. The article continues Meghan, however, has no qualms about her actual name. This is not true, and it's literally contradicted in the next sentence of this article. It says in Netflix's With Love Megan, she was quick to correct actress Mindy Kaling about her last name. It's so funny that you keep saying Meghan Markle. You know I'm Sussex now, Markle told the Mindy Project star. After the episode aired, she was then called Megan Sussex during her interview on The Drew Barrymore Show. I'm going to skip a little bit in this article and continue with this. It says, I believe all the notes I'm playing are part of the same song, Markle said of her portfolio. Now, this sounds beautiful, right? I believe all the notes I'm playing are part of the same song. There's beauty in believing that every note you play belongs to the same song, even if the arrangements aren't clear yet. And I think this is a statement we can all apply to all of our lives. Life rarely follows a linear score. We shift roles, pivot careers, evolve identities. But if you hold on to your melody, your core values, and inner rhythm, then even scattered notes begin to harmonize. Without that, it's easy to feel like you're just riffing endlessly. But with intention, even improvisation finds its way back to the theme. Still, let's not overlook what this statement actually is. It's a platitude. It sounds profound, but it says very little. What are the notes? What's the song? It's all metaphor, no clarity. Like most platitudes, it's comforting but unfalsifiable. You can't argue with it, but you also can't extract any real meaning from it. It echoes familiar cliches like it's all part of the journey or everything happens for a reason. That's the magic of glittering generality. It feels like wisdom until you have to explain it. The article then continues and says still, the former actress has her sights set on future potential money making ventures, which could include her foray into the fashion world. The category of fashion is something I will explore at a later date because I do think that's an interesting space for me, she told the outlet. So, right after Megan talks about all her notes being part of the same song, she shifts gears and says, fashion is an interesting space for me that she'll explore later. And the way she says it is kind of telling. She doesn't talk about fashion as something she's passionate about or creatively drawn to. It's a category she might get into, like a strategic next move. It sounds less like a dream and more like a business plan. And it makes you wonder, is this really about purpose or just positioning? And maybe that's just it. Maybe this is her song, not purpose or storytelling or service, but brand expansion, money, influence, strategy. The melody isn't missing, it's just not the one she wants to hear. So I want to wrap up this video with a couple of job titles I think Megan could put on her resume. I open it all up for you to drop your ideas in the comments below. Here are the titles I came up with: Chief Reinvention Officer, Personal Brand Sommelier, Content Strategy Illusionist, Head of Strategic Struggle, Global Ambassador of Threads and Things, Senior VP of Self Referential Storytelling, and finally, Executive Producer of the Meghan Markle Experience. So please drop your job titles you think that are fitting for Meghan in the comments. I seriously can't wait to see what you come up with. If you enjoyed this video and you're looking for a meaningful way to support something beyond the screen, I'd love for you to consider making a small donation to the National Domestic Violence Hotline. They provide 24/7 support and resources for people in unsafe or overwhelming situations, whether emotional, physical, or something that's just hard to name. You'll find the link in the description of this video. Every little bit helps and it means a lot. If this video was interesting to you, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you'll know every time I drop a new video. I want to thank you so much for listening, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, everybody.